GM. GM, GM, GM. Today's lesson, I'm going to talk about altcoins. So, here's the thing. You've probably heard me talk a lot about how altcoins are a short-term approach. They're a way to make money. They're generally shit, right? They generally don't have any real fundamental value, and they generally will go down 90% at the end of the bull. But just in case, this is a bit of a public service announcement, in case there's anybody left who doesn't own altcoins, understand this. You need to own altcoins, right? Bitcoin is amazing. Bitcoin is the best. But Bitcoin is not going to make you rich. Unless you already have a lot of money, right? Unless you've got mid six figures, probably. It's not going to make you mega wealthy. Now, it is absolutely the best place, in my opinion, to put your money. But that's as an alternative to cash. Bitcoin will appreciate more. It will not devalue. And over the long term, I believe Bitcoin is like holding gold, but on steroids. However, there is a short window of 1 year, maybe 2 years, where altcoins will outperform because they are smaller, it is much easier for them to move, and that is essentially why they exist. If an altcoin can't go up more than Bitcoin, it shouldn't exist. So, this is not to say, sell all your Bitcoin and buy alts. A portion of your portfolio should still always be in Bitcoin, in my opinion, because that's just the sensible thing to do. But it is also to say, don't neglect altcoins entirely. You should be investigating them. You should be studying your alts. You should be looking for strong alts, strong narratives, building and forming a thesis for yourself. Because, yes, we are going to reach a point where alts can go 5, 10, 20, 50, 100x. I mean, you've already seen it. If you've been in crypto for any amount of time, you've seen it. Since almost every single one of you joined crypto, I would guess, or most people, if you joined crypto years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, you've probably seen Bitcoin do a 20x. You've seen big gains on Bitcoin from COVID lows. But if you joined crypto in 2021 or beyond, you've never seen Bitcoin do anything. Because you probably saw it. You probably joined crypto when it was at 50 or 60 and it's still down. So don't underestimate how much Bitcoin can actually go up, first thing. But also, the odds are that it's not going to go 100x, right? And it's not that you're necessarily looking to get 100x altcoins, but the potential is there. And so here's the best way I can explain it to everybody. Altcoins are still basically trash, and you want to go in with that mindset, right? You want to remember that you don't want to be holding altcoins forever. It's very easy to fall in love with your bags in the bull market and end up holding them at the top, not selling, and carrying them all the way back down 90%. So please understand, no matter how amazing your altcoin is, no matter how much it's going to change the world, when the bull's over, everything's going to go down 90%, 80%, 70%, whatever. It's all going to go down. Bitcoin will go down less, and Bitcoin will recover. You have no idea if your altcoin will recover, right? So, just keep an open mind to them. And understand that it's not even about fundamentals. It doesn't matter. It's about attention, narrative, and reflexivity, meaning when the price goes up, people are betting the price will keep going up, and so on and so on and so on. So, my approach is to chart everything against Bitcoin. And over a multi-week or multi-month time frame, if your altcoin is going up versus Bitcoin, it's in the right place. If your altcoin is not going up versus Bitcoin, that is a red flag. And so you should be checking this. If you want to buy AKT, go and look at AKT versus Bitcoin. If you want to buy Solana, go and look at Solana versus Bitcoin. Both of which are doing well against Bitcoin. But if you look at whatever random altcoin that's just starting to pump now and you think, oh, maybe I'll buy this one, go and look at it against Bitcoin. Most likely, it's just always underperformed Bitcoin, and it's only now having a small pump on US dollars, but it's actually probably just going to go back to underperforming against Bitcoin. Because if it can't outperform Bitcoin, then just hold Bitcoin. Right? But for the next year, 2 years, whatever, all coins are on the table. And really, to expose yourself to at least decent amount of upside, you are going to have to get some exposure to alts at some point. And that time is probably now or in the next few months. So keep that in mind. It's just a reminder that alts are not all, they're not all going to zero right away. Even if they're trash in air quotes, doesn't mean they won't pump a lot. So take the opinion out of it. You're here to make money, not to change the world. Right? Bitcoin is the biggest, is the best. I will absolutely convert everything back into Bitcoin at some point. I do fundamentally believe in it, but I also am here to make money.